guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miranda and today I'm going to do a video of my everyday makeup routine / tutorial. I'm no makeup artist, like I'm not the best at makeup, but I want to share how I do my makeup with you guys and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, I'm sorry for the lighting, but we're just gonna have to work with it. So I'm going to show you guys how to turn your 12-year-old looking self into someone that actually looks your age, and in my case 19. So let's go ahead and get into the video. First I prime, and right now I'm just using this a little sample of Professional because the primer that I was using, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, is running out. So I'm using this little Professional because we love a bougie queen. So I'm just going to put it on my face. Okay, the first thing I start with is eyebrows. Obviously you can start however you want. I just like to start with my eyebrows. And for my eyebrows, I use the Benefit Ka-Brow in number 6. And honestly, it looks like it's too dark, but it works. Like, she's cute. I start out by brushing out my eyebrows with my little Morphe spoolie, and then I go ahead and I fill them in with a flat angled brush. I usually start by like outlining my eyebrow kind of and then filling it in. I just do like little strokes to fill in my eyebrows, and I try to go lighter at the beginning of my eyebrow because that's just what's cute and trendy. A good alternative for the Benefit browsings is the NYX little duo that there is, the little brow powder duo that has like 2 shades and then a wax. I use that one too. Okay, and then once I do that, I go in with concealer and I clean them up. And a lot of the products I use are like drugstore products, so go ahead and copy yourself some. I don't know how to explain this brush, but I use a little brush to carve out my brows, and I just dip onto my concealer and then I conceal the brows. But I only go under. I didn't used to conceal my brows, and then I discovered it and my life changed. So there you go. And to shape my brows, I just go under and go as close as I can to like the actual hair without getting it on like my eyebrow hair, and then I do the edge so that it's like, you know, nice and snatched. And then when I'm going closer to the front, my eyebrow hairs are really thin, so I have to be really careful because it can mess it up, and I just like go straight. Do you know what I mean? Like I just like vroom, vroom. And then after that, I go ahead and prep my eyelids with concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I am in the shade 25. I have the shades 25 and 20. And I always prep my eyelids with concealer. I take my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to blend that out. And then to blend it out, I basically just like dab the product in because I don't want to move it around too much. And then to set that, I just use I think this is a Revlon Stay Matte, but I don't know because it's old. So I use the Revlon Stay Matte, and then I use just a big brush to set my eyelids. And I also set it using a white eyeshadow, just a matte white, to add brightness. Moving on to eyeshadow, I never do like the same eyeshadow. I kind of just like play around with whatever colors I'm feeling. I usually stick to like browns and like oranges, like neutral colors. I don't usually go too crazy. So let's just see what I come up with. So my go-to is the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, and I take the first two shades, these two. I'm sorry that my palette is really dirty, but I've had it for a while. So I take these two shades and I just mix them together and use them as my transition shade. I'm going to take my Morphe M518 and dip into this orangey shade and then put that all over my crease, my lid. And the key to eyeshadow is to have a really light hand, because you don't want to like overdo it with the pigment, and then it lets you blend everything out easier and seamlessly. I'm going to take just this little brush to use in my crease. I'm going to dip into this color right here and put that in my crease. And I also make sure to put it like right on the outside of my eyelid. I'm going to take a really little crease brush and put a dark brown on the outside, and I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm just going to use a really little bit and then tap it off and go in really lightly. And then I'm going to go back in with my Morphe M518 and dip back into that orangey shade. I'm going to take my Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced and dip into the shade Luscious and put that all over my eyelid. So I went ahead and zoomed in so you guys can see how I curl my lashes. As you can tell, you can't even see my lashes because they're so straight, but I learned how to curl my lashes and what kind of mascara to use to make them look like they're actually curly and so you can actually see them. So first, to curl my lashes, I go ahead, I just take my little eyelash curler. So I start at the base until they're really curly, and then I go ahead and I curl like the middle section and the front of my eyelashes, like all the way at the tip. And what I do is I just try to get like the best curl that I can get. So when you're curling your lashes, it usually just like creases them, so you have to really get down a good technique so that it doesn't look so much like just a bunch of creases, and it makes your lashes look really curly. And another trick is using waterproof mascara, because when I use regular mascara, I can literally see my eyelashes go from like curly and they just go boop, and they go really straight. And it's because regular mascara is like really heavy and like liquidy, so it weighs down your lashes, whereas waterproof mascara is like more light and it holds curl way better. I just go ahead and put mascara through my lashes, and I make sure to kind of start at the base so that the curl doesn't like go away while I'm in the middle of putting on mascara. And my favorite mascara is the, what is this? The Maybelline Colossal Volume Mascara. I've been using this mascara for a really long time, and I also really like the Maybelline Lash Sensation Mascara. Okay, so now that I did my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my foundation. I used to use the Maybelline Infallible foundation for a while, and then I tried the Wet n Wild foundation too, and I liked it. It's just kind of hard to find your shade, but it's only $5. But yes, I use the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation in the shade Olive. And I've been using it for a while. This is my second bottle and it lasts me a really long time. So to apply my foundation, since I have acrylics on right now, I don't want to get them all dirty, so I just take my Morphe little beauty blender and I use it to put my foundation on my face. And then I use the Morphe Y6 because Laura Lee told me to. I went ahead and I bought it, and I love this brush, and I use this to blend out my foundation. And this foundation is pretty, like it's thick, but not like in a bad way, okay? And I go ahead and I pump it on. So I put 2 dots on each cheek, and then I just take my sponge and I rub it so that it's easier for me to blend it with my brush. So just to blend it out, I kind of just like do dabbing motions and kind of drag it, because you want to make sure to get your foundation like down your chin, down the sides of your face, so that it blends in, because you don't want to have a foundation line, because that is not cute. As you can see, my acne is like literally gone. Like, this foundation is such a lifesaver, and honestly it makes me feel so much better about my skin, because I'm like comfortable with my acne scars, but like when I put foundation on, I just feel like a new person. But obviously you can still see like my pimples, you can still see that they're there, but they're not red, and it's like a whole new person. Make sure to spend your time blending your foundation, because if you want to have a nice cute makeup, that doesn't look cakey, that looks, you know, flawless, you gotta take time. So don't rush to do your face makeup, take your time. I go ahead and I go in with concealer. I use Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the number 25. I also color correct under my eyes, and I just use the Maybelline Master Camo Color Correcting Kit. I got it at Marshall's for $3.99. So I go ahead and use that, and I'm going to use a peach shade. I know you can use yellow and whatever, but I like to use a peach shade. To blend out my concealer, I use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Right after I'm done blending, I go ahead and bake, because I crease really easily, so we gotta go ahead and set. And I use the Maybelline Fit Me finishing powder in the shade 10 Fair Light. I put this on my forehead to like add color back to my face, because my forehead is way darker than my foundation. And I used to use the Maybelline Fit Me, like the foundation sticks. I used to use the darkest shade, which I think is Coconut, to do this. I think this is an Eco Tools brush. It's just like a stippling brush, and I just stipple her in. And it just makes me feel cute and bronzy and like a goddess. And then sometimes I do take that leftover product and I put it on my cheekbones just to add a little color, nothing too crazy. Down here. go ahead and I wipe it off with this EcoTools complexion buffer. It's just like a flat brush and it's really soft, so I just blend it away. And then I use the leftover product to set my face. And I usually just set my nose and I set it right in between my eyebrows, a little bit on my forehead. My lower lash line, that's what I'm going to do, my lower lash line. So I just take this like round eyeshadow brush and I dip into the shades that I used for my eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and use the orangey shade that I used and then the brown shade that I used in my crease. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and dip into my bronzing powder. I use the Rimmel bronzer in the shade 22 Sun Bronze, and I just use a big brush and I go ahead and go on the edges of my face, and then I like to go on my cheeks, but this brush is so big so I kind of squish it down, or I just like go in lightly. And then I go in with blush, the MAC Nutcracker Sweet Copper Face Compact. And I got this from my boyfriend's sister. Shout out to Ashley. She always gives me a ton of makeup that she doesn't use, and girl, I put that thing to use. So I dip in with this blush. It's like a darker rosy blush. And then I use the Real Techniques blush brush, and I go in. And I go in really lightly and kind of just swirl it around. You don't want to bring it too far down your face. Another blush that I like to use is also the Milani baked blushes. They're really good. I have this shade 2 Rose de Oro, and I like to use this one sometimes if I feel a little lighter, if I want to add shimmer. These are really good. And then I use a fan brush and take like the gold highlight that's in here to highlight my nose and make it cute as the button. To highlight, I use the Wet n Wild highlighters in the shade Precious Petals, and I use my Morphe M510 highlighting brush, and I just dip into it, and then I just put it on my cheeks. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm going to use the shade Nectar from my Sweet Peach palette for my inner corner highlight and for my brow bone highlight. As you can see, I really like a shimmer and glow. My go-to lipstick is the NYX Liquid Suede in the color Soft Spoken. That's like my go-to. It's like a dusty rose color. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave any comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe, please, please, please. I'm trying to grow my channel, and I'm really trying to be consistent with my channel, and I've been feeling so inspired to film more videos. So I really hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.